might wonder what I'm doing in my kitchen this early in the morning. What is this? Well, I'm making porridge, and it's oats porridge. These are oats, and you put them with some water either on the stove or in the microwave, and you cook it and you make porridge. And that's exactly what happens in our fairy tale today. We're doing Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Mama Bear had made a huge pot of porridge, and when she dished up for everybody to eat, it was too hot. So let's see, what do you put in porridge? Well, you always put some sugar to make it taste better, and some milk, and then mix it around and you have a taste. Whew, that's far too hot. I can imagine that's exactly what happened with Mama Bear. So let's go and read the story, and maybe by the time we finish the story, I can come back and eat my porridge.
In a wood, there was a very sweet-looking pink house with a thatched roof, and in it lived a family of bears.
Here's Daddy Bear. He's big and dark brown. He always looks a bit grumpy.
Here's Mommy Bear. She's soft and she's cuddly and she's very sweet. And here is the smallest little bear. He's Baby Bear. And he's just so cute and gorgeous too.
Let me introduce you to the little girl who our story is all about. She looks a very well-behaved little girl, but let me tell you, she isn't. She is a very naughty little girl who doesn't listen to a word that her mother says. Have a look at her hair. What colour is it? It's blonde. Remember, the other word for yellow is blonde. And it's very bushy. So at first people thought they would call her Bushy Locks. But she preferred Goldilocks because her hair in the sun turned a beautiful gold colour. Goldilocks had a very mean streak in her. She often used to pick on her brother and do awful pranks. She threw a bucket of water over his head. Shame.
She would hide his special teddy away from him.
Sometimes she would do ugly tricks on Dad too. Before Dad was sitting down, she put a plate of greens underneath so he would sit on it and have green pants. One day she took some black paint and started writing her name on the wall.
She took a pair of scissors and a comb and pretended she was a hairdresser, and she cut her little brother's hair.
He doesn't look very happy about that. Goldilocks was bored after cutting his hair, and she thought, I wonder what I can do next. And she decided to go outside and see what naughtiness she could do outside. She went for a walk in the woods. She wasn't scared of anybody. She wasn't scared of bears. She wasn't scared of snakes or wolves. She would sort them out. As she came out of the woods, she saw a very cute little pink house. It was called Bear Cottage. Strange name, I wonder why it's like that, she said. And she didn't even bother knocking on the door. She just grabbed the handle and opened it. Now you know that it's not very polite to go into people's houses when you're not invited in. Inside the cottage, it was very cute. There was a beautiful smell coming from the fireplace. It was a big pot of porridge. Said Goldi. I love porridge.
Don't you love the pictures on the wall? Why do you think a bear would have honeybees on?
Well, it's because bears love honey. Goldilocks saw the plates of porridge on the table, so she decided to have a taste. She stuck her finger in the first one. How rude is that? And she tasted, ugh, yuck, this is cold. Ugh. The next porridge bowl she tried was pink. And she took one mouthful, this time she used a spoon, and she said, this is so hot. And she spat it all out. This girl really needs to be taught some manners. Then she found the little green bowl. And when she tried that, it was perfect. This was the best porridge I've ever eaten, she said. Yum! Not too cold, not too hot, just right. She didn't even use a spoon. She just gobbled it all out of the bowl. She then left the table. She wasn't going to try any more porridge. She sat on the chair, but the first chair she picked was a big wooden rocking chair, very big for her. And she said, ew, This is a horrible chair. It's so hard and big. The next chair she tried was so soft, her bum just sank right into it. It was awful. She said, yuck, don't like this one. It's so soft. The edge of the room, she saw a gorgeous little chair. It was very sweet, and it had a cushion, just right for her. She sat down on it. Oh, what a wonderful chair. This is brilliant. And she moved her bum from right to left just to get even more comfortable. And suddenly she heard a dreadful cracking sound. The chair broke into tiny little itty-bitty pieces. She was too big for the chair, and instead of saying, "Oh, I broke the chair," she said, "Ha! Stupid chair, why do they make it so small and so fragile that it will just break when anybody sits on it? And with that, she decided to investigate the rest of the house. She went upstairs. Upstairs were the beds. The first one she sat on was a very hard, big bed. Ew, this is uncomfortable. Too hard. I don't like that. The next bed was pretty with its pink cover, but it was so soft as she got into it, her feet just disappeared. Ugh, this is not comfortable. I can't even jump on it. It's just, awful. Finally, she found the little bed, and it was the perfect size for her. And she snuggled up into it, and before she knew it, she was fast asleep. What noise do you make when you're fast asleep? While Goldilocks was fast asleep in the bedroom upstairs, the three bears had come back from their walk. They were starving. Their porridge should be the right temperature now, and when you have a good walk in the woods, you've got a good appetite. When they came into the house, Daddy Bear roared and he said, "Hey, look! Somebody's been in our house! Look at the mess! Our porridge is all over the place!" Mummy Bear said, "Oh, look! Somebody's been eating my porridge!" Looks like they did the same to my porridge." Baby Bear, his plate was upside down on the floor, and he said, "Somebody's been trying my porridge too, and they've eaten it all up. I've got none left." Next, Daddy Bear looked right round the room and he said, "Ha! Somebody's been on my chair. I know that, 'cause a newspaper is left next to it." Mummy said, "You know what? Somebody's been on my chair too. Look, they've wrecked it. There's a spring coming out in the middle. I think somebody's jumped on it." Baby Bear looked at his chair and almost freaked out. "Oh no," said Baby Bear, "look at my chair. It can't even be fixed. It's in so many pieces. No glue's going to sort that out." Daddy Bear said, "Hey, we better go upstairs and see what damage is up there." Baby Bear was crying. He wasn't quite sure whether he really wanted to go upstairs and see what else was wrong. "Hey, somebody's been on my bed. Look, my blanket's all on the floor." "I can see somebody's been on my bed too. There's big jump marks all over it." "Oh," said Baby Bear, "somebody's been on my bed too. Actually, she's still there." Goldilocks woke up to see three frightening brown bears staring at her. And you know what she did? She screamed, "Ah!" Her hair stood on end, her eyes went wide. Goldilocks ran out of the cottage so fast. In fact, she didn't stop running until she got home. And you know what the lesson she learned? She would never go into somebody's house, try somebody's porridge, try sit on somebody's chair or somebody's bed without being invited in. She really had learned her lesson. I'm very glad. Luckily for the bears, they never saw Goldilocks ever again. I thought we could do something a little bit different for the activity today. It still involves drawing, but I thought let's draw three bears and Goldilocks, cut out their heads and stick them on spoons. Then we can use the spoons as puppets. So let's draw our three bears. So first thing you're going to draw is a circle. Put another circle is for his nose, let's put on his ears and some eyes, and put his nose inside the circle. So give him a really nice black nose, sorry. And if you want to, for Baby Bear, you can give him a smile, make him look very sweet. Next one we're going to do is Mommy Bear. So same thing, draw a circle, draw ears on it, on her should I say, a round circle for her nose, and let's color in a black nose, black eyes. If you want to, because it's Mommy Bear, you can add some eyelashes, and because Mommy's sweet, we'll also give her a smile. Draw a circle, ears, and he's got a nose, make him, and Daddy's always a bit cross, so we'll do him a mouth like this. Let's put on his eyes, and you can make him cross eyebrows because he's not very impressed by Goldilocks and all her nonsense. Let's color it in. Now I've got Baby Bear, Mommy Bear, and Daddy Bear. Goldilocks needs a circle too, but she's got smaller ears. Her ears on the side of her head. Right, and some eyes, and a nose, and a smile, eyebrows, and of course she's got lots of blonde curly hair or blonde straight hair. So let's color in too. I've got Goldilocks too now. Now you're going to cut them out so we can stick them on a spoon. Thing is going to be finding 3 different size spoons. So I've found one which is going to be for Daddy Bear, and then one which is a bit smaller for Mommy Bear, and a teaspoon which can be for Baby Bear, and then Goldilocks can have whatever size. I've given her a teaspoon as well because she's small, she's young. Put a piece of press stick behind their heads, stick them on the spoons, and now you can have your puppet show.
Once upon a time, there were 3 bears, Daddy Bear, Mommy Bear, and Baby Bear. Mommy Bear had made porridge, so they needed to go out the house while it cooled. Off they went. And then Goldilocks came and went into their house.